Paul. Did you call Jed right now?
Yeah.
Call the attorney?
No, I got it.
And it goes back to like people just like attacking Jake Paul and like wanting to see me fail.
It looks like I'm going to finish him. Him running around, I have to catch him and slaughter him. Stepped into the ring. If my mother stepped into the ring, she has a problem with me. You know, whoever's in that ring, they have a problem. Don't go in the ring if you don't want that problem.
Thus Jake Paul's whole universe fell right before our eyes, and the timing couldn't be more terrible. Let's dissect it. I find this to be really boring. Dude, they claim to have a warrant for Jake O, so why precisely was Jake Paul arrested only 14 days before his bout with Mike Tyson? I take that as a compliment because I avoid steroids and there is no other justification for me knocking out all of your champions than this kid uses steroids, yet it doesn't stop there. Imagine this. You are banned from an event and instead of laying low and concentrating on training, Jake decides to waltz right in like the rules do not apply to him. This is why so many people have been calling him out. Jake Paul was not only dealing with a steroid scandal, oh no, the guy was also busted for trespassing at a recent boxing event. Jake just doesn't seem to know when to stop it. He seems to be attempting to self-destruct. Jake Paul looks huge moving up to heavyweight for his fight against Mike Tyson. Now let's dig into the nitty-gritty of this whole steroid scandal. We all know Jake's been looking bulked up lately, right? Well, turns out those gains might not be a result of grinding in the gym like he's been showing on social media. For those of you not familiar with why athletes even turn to steroids, let's break it down. Nope, word on the street is that Jake has been using performance-enhancing drugs to give himself an edge in the ring, and here's the thing, steroids are illegal in professional sports for a reason, and athletes who get caught face serious consequences. Steroids, or anabolic steroids to be exact, are synthetic chemicals that mimic the effects of the male hormone testosterone. They may experience massive muscular development, quicker recovery times, and better endurance. Basically, they're like a shortcut to turning your body into a powerhouse. You can work out harder, recover quicker, and pack on muscle faster than you would naturally for a guy like Jake who's stepping into the ring with a legend like Mike Tyson. Plus, using steroids doesn't just give you a physical edge, it can also mess with the mental side of the game. Athletes who use performance enhancers often feel invincible, like they can do anything in the ring. This arrest just 2 weeks before fight night might be the knockout punch to his career before he even steps into the ring. Now, this isn't the first time Jake's been in hot water for steroid use. Remember that fight against bare-knuckle brawler Mike Perry back in July? Yeah, the one where Jake knocked Perry out cold in the 6th round and walked away with a massive win. Unfortunately, his triumph has been tainted because only weeks after the fight Jake tested positive for not one but 2 banned substances. I believe that's the one now. Right hand, this may be it. Right hand, and he's down for a 3rd time. Yep, after the fight Jake's post-fight drug test came back with traces of ostarine and 19-norandrosterone. Now, if you don't know what those are, let me break it down real quick. Ostarine is a type of SARM that helps you pack on muscle and boost strength. It basically gives you an unfair advantage in terms of power. And 19-norandrosterone, that's a metabolite of nandrolone, an anabolic steroid known for enhancing endurance, speeding up recovery, and building even more muscle. This wasn't some innocent oops, I took a contaminated supplement situation. Either the levels of these substances in Jake's system were way too high for that excuse. It was clear that this wasn't an accident, it was intentional, calculated cheating, and now it's all coming back to bite him. Fans recall the Perry fight, and with Jake's history of testing positive, it's no surprise they're buying into Tyson's assertions that Jake's been juicing for their forthcoming bout. What was supposed to be a clean showdown might simply be another example of Jake trying to cut corners, and fans aren't here for it. Oh, and let's not forget about UFC president Dana White. He's been firing shots at Jake for ages about this. Dana's been very vocal, publicly accusing Jake of taking steroids. Before, he didn't hold back, calling out Jake's rapid transformation and basically saying there's no way this is natural. Dana even challenged Jake to take a steroid test if he wanted to prove he was clean, but Jake never took him up on it. Suspicious much? Dana's got a sixth sense for this kind of stuff, and he's not letting Jake slide on it. He knows shady business when he sees it. I feel that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. Therefore, I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years. I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids, so I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years. And here's where it gets even crazier. The entire fight world is chiming in on Jake's reckless behavior. Yeah, boxing pros and pundits are calling Jake out for being childish and reckless. Jake Paul's made a major error. This is another miscalculation. M. Perry's a brawler, dude. M. Perry's going to get in his face. Check again from Alvarez. Mike Perry is going to demolish Jake Paul, you heard it here first. Pros are stating this isn't how a professional boxer should behave, especially when they're preparing to fight. A legend like Mike Tyson, many are accusing Jake of trying too hard to stir controversy and stay relevant, and this latest stunt might have just crossed the line. Take the word from Eddie Hearn, one of the biggest promoters in the boxing world. He tweeted, Jake Paul wants to be taken seriously as a fighter but then pulls stunts like this. It's hard to respect that. Even Conor McGregor THRE shade posting a cryptic Instagram story with a caption that seemed aimed at Jake. Some people believe chaos is the same as strategy. Ouch. Fans too have been pretty divided, while Jake's staunch supporter are standing by his side. Many are saying this might be a sign that Jake's in over his head and isn't cut out for the real boxing world. Remember, Jake came into the boxing scene like a wrecking ball, making a name for himself by taking on some big personalities in the ring. He's had big wins that put him on the map, from knocking out Nate Robinson in dramatic fashion to stopping former UFC champ Tyron Woodley twice. That KO against Ben Askren iconic. Jake wasn't just some YouTuber anymore. He was establishing himself as a serious rival in the influencer boxing globe. Jake was finally on the verge of something real with his fight against Mike Tyson. This wasn't just another influencer or retired MMA guy. This was Mike Tyson, one of the greatest heavyweights ever. A win against Tyson would have solidified Jake's status as a true boxer. No more YouTuber turned fighter tag, but someone who could step into the ring with legends and come out on top. This was supposed to be the moment that silenced the haters once and for all. Tyson may be older now, but he still got that legendary aura, and going toe-to-toe with him was Jake's shot at ultimate credibility. Jake's career is teetering on a cliff, and one wrong move, like being found guilty of doping, could push him over the edge, ending his boxing run for good. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out. So there you have it, fight world. That's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on Jake Paul's arrest? Make sure to fill the comments section with your thoughts. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.